EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go here in Atlanta. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. At their own 37-yard line. Burrow going to open by putting it up toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll bring up second down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Play action now. It's Burrow. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown Atlanta.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Gray is the motion man here. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown Falcons. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick 6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready now for their second drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A quick slant caught by Hill. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Second and a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, Burrow. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He makes sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The Chiefs offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and They didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Mahomes. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or a little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and man-count.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Burrow. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. They'll work now on second and 4. Pitts is the man in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. Left side in the hands of London.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Burrow now to throw on first down. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 7. Burrow to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. It's second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse. And I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
3rd and long for Mahomes. And he finds Tyreek. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
And they'll get about half of First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Motion the slot man left. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And that'll give them a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively. I mean, just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And let's give him about 4 on that one. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up.
41, 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. London brought in motion. 2nd down. Burrow in trouble, and down he goes. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Pitts is the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Sauce Gardner, as good as they come. There to knock that one away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
He's got his man. It's Hill. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll find Chase, that's complete. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw again. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sauce Gardner. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get 4 here up to the 24-yard line. So no scoring as of yet. Nothing here at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. CeeDee Lamb there to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. London brought in motion. A first down throw for Burrow. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That one taken in by London. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters yet to deliver a breakthrough. It is still 0-0. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter. That's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. To throw is Burrow. Look wide. Get this one complete. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Burrow. He's got it at the 3.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to grab a late lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 34 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Here now, 3rd and 5. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Falcons. 1 field goal accounted for all of the scoring. Hold on for a 3-0 victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.